Welcome to the Friends of Delray, a diverse group of Delray Beach residents coming together to build a positive city environment which is open and transparent. Our goal is to inform, share, and unite. Learn about what's happening in our village by the sea, from our pristine beaches to the corridors of City Hall. Hi, I'm Judy Malika, moderator for Friends of Delray podcast, and a concerned citizen willing to ask the tough questions of our informed guests and dig deep into the issues relevant to our beautiful city. Today we have with us as a guest Bob Cantwell. Bob is, I call him a prophet about this app, My Delray Beach. He's going to tell you all about it. Anywhere I go, I see him talking about it. Bob, before we get into what you're so excited about, I know you can't wait to get started. Tell us a little bit about your background and how you got involved in this technology thing.
Yeah, my background was in the mortgage industry for many years. I built a mortgage bank in the city of Dallas and sold it off several years ago, and then got involved with a Salesforce.com application and marketed that in 5 continents, 17 countries all over the world. And that's where I got deep into technology. When we bought in Delray Beach about 10 years ago, I would see things on the beach that I felt the city needed to address. And so I started hounding on the city, and they said, well, have you posted on the My Delray Beach app?
That's 10 years ago this is around?
No, this just happened. I didn't get into being active with the city till about a year ago.
Okay, all right.
And so they said, why don't you get involved with the My Delray Beach app? I got to know the IT director for the city and the communications director who built all this out.
That's crazy good. I mean, you told me about it.
Mm-hmm.
I just put my camera on this little code and downloaded it and put my information in, and the stuff that it can do is insane.
It gives you a direct communication line to the city of Delray Beach
Mm-hmm.
to log in a complaint that you have so that you can hold the people in the right divisions with the city accountable.
And inform them, because their eyes can't be everywhere,
Exactly.
right?
Well, it gives 68,000 people the ability to be, monitors for the city. Right. And so our goal, and the reason that we're meeting today, is because it's important that we get enough people out reporting potholes, reporting trees that are down. This could be extremely valuable in the case of a hurricane.
Of course, yeah.
And so we just want to make sure that we make Delray Beach as beautiful as possible, and we cannot tolerate any of the fountains to have mold in the fountains, any exposed wiring out on the streets, potholes.
A loose brick or a pothole or...
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Okay, or trash overflowing, I suppose you could do
Exactly.
that. But there's good things too. I mean, you can show it all, but there's not just something to report an issue. You can also find every park in Delray Beach, all the historical sites, and I mean, you've shown me a lot, but can you show our audience?
I'd be happy to. If we want to just dive into this?
Just dive right into it, and I'm sure I'll have some questions because I've only played with it for like 5 minutes.
Well, and let me just say that I volunteer for the DDA here in Delray Beach, down at the Information Center. Mm-hmm. And so I had lots of people coming in and asking me questions. Once I got proficient with this application, I was able just to tell people, download the My Delray Beach app. They would come in and they would say, tell me about when's high tide, what are the beach conditions today? Are there jellyfish, things like that. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to touch on beach conditions.
So that's one of the very first ones on the
One of the very first ones, and this is what gets people really interested, because I have a live camera feed of the beach that I can watch the beach. I can come over here and I can read about the beach conditions. I can find a phone number to make a phone call. I can see that the flags for today, the air temperature today, the surf temperature, which I think is very interesting that the surf and the air were the same temperature.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah, and so the surf conditions were light chop, perfect day. but there were jellyfish.
And it says it all right there.
It's all right here.
On the beach conditions.
And the one thing that is so fascinating to me, people ask all the time, how many people come to Delray Beach to the beach? Yesterday there were 4,300, and this is off season.
It is, yeah.
So normally this number is 9,000 to 10,000 people that go to our beach on a daily basis.
So I can sit at home and check out how the beach is without having to
Absolutely.
drive or walk down to it.
You know, who wants to load up the kids and get down there and find out that there's jellyfish in the water, and you don't want to expose your kids to jellyfish?
Well, I'd probably make the kids go in.
So other things that are here, and we'll go through some of these, there is this little circle here that has certain issues. I can pay my water bill, and this takes me directly to the city, and I can put in my account number and pay my water bill online directly from this app. I can go look at all the parks that are here, and I can see the parks, the marinas, the beach, the aquatics, golf, and tennis. Tennis, when we, in February...
Can you go on one of the parks? I just want to kind of see what all it tells you about it.
Let's see if we can find like Anchor Park or something that has a lot.
How about veterans? What does it say about that?
Where's veterans?
Is that just...
Yes, veterans. We can go, and it will give you a great description of what is going on there. I can call, I can go to their website, I can go to a map to find out where that is.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So, and it's every park in the city system is in here. And like Sandaway Park, and you know, everything is in here.
There's a lot of parks.
There are a lot of parks.
You know what? I don't even know them all. I've got to start going down this just to visit them.
Now you will. So one thing that would be very important in February when we have the tennis tournament here in town, and everybody in town is here for tennis, you know, they can just come down here and it will give them a lot of information about the tennis center, and you know, and save you having to explain everything, all the volunteers that volunteer during that time. This will answer an awful lot of questions. Now, I want to show you the most important part of this, other than downloading the app. One thing that you and I were discussing earlier, it's really important that we get 10,000 people in the city using this application.
I'm totally going to use it. How many do you have so far?
Over to about 2,200.
2,201.
Yeah. We're doing good.
Yep.
So I do want to show you one thing here that's nice. If you like the Village by the Sea magazine, you know, we have all the Village by the Sea magazines here, and it is first class. It really does a nice job, and people come into the information center all the time and get really excited to be able to come in here and read about
and
find out about Delray Beach.
Let's see the city manager and our mayor, so I can check out the conditions of the beach, go to the beach, and read my Village by the Sea magazine.
A lot of people now are taking, I do this, I take my iPad to the beach and do my reading on my iPad. Though a lot of people are saying, you know, I wanted something to read while I'm sitting at the beach, and there's, you know, 4 or 5 magazines that are really good to do.
So you said something when we met or were talking earlier about the involvement of the citizenry in our city, and that it's unique to our city. Can you repeat that again? Because I thought that was intriguing.
You know, we've traveled quite a bit, and we've met people from all over the world and been to cities that are, you know, that are great to visit and that type of thing. But Delray Beach has the most active group of individuals that are in I guess dozens, if not hundreds, of community activity groups. And they volunteer and they show up at activities. Just last Friday night, I was volunteering at the concert in the Old School Square for the Fleetwood Mac concert. Not Fleetwood Mac, but the cover band. Right. And it was very good. It was great. We had over 400 people show up, and it was a real fun activity. But because we have so many volunteers and so many active participants, it allows us to do, you know, numerous additional events, because you're not spending all the money on people taking tickets and ushering people around and answering questions and doing things like that. So again, you know, why I got involved in this, let me show you.
This just makes, I feel like the activity, it connects us to the city even more, right?
Absolutely, 100%. How I got involved in this is I walk the beach every day, and I was seeing on the beach fountains that were in disrepair, that weren't draining. There was mold in some of the fountains. The showers weren't working. And I was upset because I think we pay a lot of taxes. And I thought, you know, we have people coming here from all over the world. We need to pay attention to cleaning this city and taking care of it and making sure it's in perfect
Delray
condition.
Beach.
Right.
It's the beach.
The beach. It is. It's
Right.
in the name.
Right.
So in this application, up here at the top,
Right.
this little waffle that's here, there's a name for it. I don't remember what it's called.
I call those the bars.
The bars. Okay. I always call
I'm not
it.
very techy.
Yeah, I always call it the waffles.
Okay.
But things that are here that you can access that are much more than just this pretty graphic in the front is, you know, people that you can contact in the city if you want to, but you won't have to unless somebody hasn't repaired what we're talking about. You have, you know, the different people that you can contact with the city. So
Okay.
you've got, you know, you don't have to go look up the website and try to track that down. One thing here I want to show you is, let's just go down here to report an issue.
Okay, yeah, I want to see what happens
I love
there.
to dig into that first because
Okay.
I can report an issue if I see an abandoned car, if I have a beach concern, if there's a code violation, many things.
What's irrigation? Like somebody's water is...
the
the
sprinkler heads
sprinkler
off
heads
and
off,
water
okay.
shooting straight up.
Okay.
And who's going to take time to call the city?
I swear to you, I pass that all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I hope somebody sees that. But it's
Now
because
you
it's
can-
wasting water,
Now
right?
you can shoot a picture with your phone.
Right.
You don't even have to pull up the app first. You shoot a picture of your phone, and then you pull over and you go to the app and you report it, and it will. Let me just show you real quickly.
Okay.
Let's just say it is. So this has all my contact information, and it's going to geolocate me.
So I don't have to tell anybody where I am? It's
No.
right there.
It already knows.
Because it'll be on my phone. I probably won't have my iPad, but okay.
Now, it's just a little spooky that they know exactly where you are all the time, but, you know, it is what it is. So it's going to say, I'm right here, and I say, yes, I am, or the good thing is I can move it around.
Oh, okay, it got you a little wrong.
If I had to drive 2 blocks before I could pull over to report it, I can drag it around to where I was.
Okay.
Okay? And so then I go to the gallery, back here to the next thing, to the report the issue. And the wonderful thing is I can either choose a picture off my phone.
Because you just took a picture of that leak.
Right? Or I can take a picture right
Okay.
then and there. If I'm standing there, I can take the picture, and all I have to do is put fountain not working.
Now, is this like a stylist write, or does a
Either
type?
way.
Okay, got
Either
it.
way, you can put, well, you know, we can do whatever you want to. Let's just put shower.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, and obviously if I were over in front of it, it would do better.
Okay.
But yeah, you can just write out what it is, but just put down a sentence or 2 sentences. You don't have to go into great detail. You don't have to tell them where you are, because it knows
Because
where
the-
you
yeah.
are. And all you got to do is say something's broken, it's not working, and then I submit it to the city. Now, let me show you what makes this magical. I think it's magical.
Okay.
It's really magical because the city is going to be responsible to you. I can go to my reported items.
Okay.
And if I have 4 or 5 items in here, this was done at the Art and Jazz Festival. I was volunteering, and I looked over and I saw that in front of the Buddha Sky Bar, the old Buddha Sky Bar, there were receptacles that didn't have covers on them, and wires were sticking out, and I was afraid children or pets would
So
electrocute
that's right at
themselves.
that. It's right at that level. Yeah.
And so I took a picture of it. This took me literally 15 seconds.
Okay.
Went through those 3 steps I just showed you, took a picture of it, said, electrical wires showing, and submitted it through the code violations.
The app? What happened?
That was at 8 o'clock at night.
Okay.
9 o'clock in the morning, I got a call from the city code violation people explaining to me that they had cut off the power, they had fixed everything, and it was all done.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was, 13 hours later, the city had taken care of the problem.
Do they hate you? Do you report a lot of things?
No, actually, they are so grateful because if I found out, I thought the same thing. I thought that they would be very resentful of me, adding to their workload. But their biggest problem is they get blamed for a lot of things.
Without ever being told that it was a problem first.
Exactly. Or they're trying to understand what someone, tried to write down. I'm at the corner of 4th and 4th, and, there's, a cat that's expired here or something like that. And so they have to go try to find it.
Got it.
In this particular thing, it's in their system. It's in their work report. They know exactly where it was. They know exactly what you said, and they've got your contact.
And they have a picture of it too.
Right, and they've got your contact information, and so they can contact you and say, "I'm here working on it. Tell me how to fix it."
Have you seen what this looks like on their end, or do you care?
Well, I do care, and I asked to see it, and they said that probably, since I'm not on the payroll, that probably wouldn't be
it's top secret.
Well, it is, there's information in here that is contact information for citizens.
For others, right.
And so there's privacy issues.
I see.
And so that's good news. The good
That
news is
news.
they're valuing your information and not giving it out to people in a way. So if you see up here at the top, there's a case number here.
Okay.
The beauty of having a case number, number one, it's logged with the city. Nobody can say we didn't get your phone call.
I got a number.
You've got the number. If they don't take care of it, then you can go to your council person, you can go to the mayor, you can write to anybody in the city, say, I logged this case and I logged it on this date, and
I'm still seeing the problem.
and
maybe.
this is what occurred, and I didn't get it didn't get resolved. Let's just pick something. You have a neighbor that hasn't mowed their grass
I do have one of
in
those.
2 months. There you go. And
I just don't want to say anything.
Or in my neighborhood, there was someone that had a really big dog, and their fence was about to fall down.
I know.
And I just knew somebody was going to get eaten alive.
Maybe
And so had I had this application at that time, I could have reported it to the city, and I could have proven to them that I reported it and followed up with them, which is the most important thing.
Right.
One thing I do want to show you here that I love about this.
Look at all the stuff on there.
Oh, it's a lot.
I want to kind of go through it. So beach conditions, development services, e-plans and digital permitting. So I can actually look at the progress of my permit on there.
You can file your request
my
right here
request
online.
for permit?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's got a lot of hyperlinks to the city.
Okay. Which you can get online, but it's all right here.
You can get it online.
So events, is that tied into just city events right now? Because I think a calendar, like if they could somehow combine like DDA's calendar with the city's calendar with the chamber's calendar would be tremendous.
We're meeting basically every other week to go over things that need to be improved with this. And the city is very gracious in listening. They write down everything we say. Some of the things they can change with the application on the backside. Some of the things are going to require the vendor that provides this application, they're going to have to change code.
Some sort of integrating or something like that.
Well, they'll have to rewrite some code to make it work. But right now, the events part is probably one of the weaker parts of it, but there's some things down here. We want this to be integrated with the Downtown Development Authority and other organizations and bring that data into here so you'll have a full, rich experience and know everything that's going on with the city.
Okay.
So you don't have to. I did want to show you, though, as we were talking about. Oh, here's something we probably should go over.
What's that?
The historic map. To me, another thing about Delray Beach, aside from the volunteers, is the fact that we have such a rich history. We have the set, we have, so much things that went on, that people donating the land for the beach and all of that type of stuff. All of these are events, or all of these are historical markers and historical sites like the Colony Hotel. And as you and I were looking earlier, even some people's homes are in here. So if it's on the historical register, even their homes are going to be here. So if you're out walking the city and you want to know all the historical features around the city, it's all here on your...
Pop on those. Yeah. Wow. So we have 17 things listed in the historical registry?
Yeah, actually,
Or at
yes.
least that are listed,
But
right?
also these houses are all listed too. So
Wait, what are those numbers? Do those correlate with a house, or those are all something else?
these are like the Cornell Museum
Oh,
or the
got it.
hotel
Okay.
or a historical site.
Okay.
And these are all homes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, these are all historical
Wow.
homes. So it just gives you, it involves you, it pulls you into the city and gets you, you find yourself being so proud to be involved with somebody that, goes to this effort to help you understand what's going on in the city. I do want to show you, though, to get back to the report and issue, not only can I see issues that I have reported, but the one thing they do allow you to do is to go over here and see a list, and these are all things that everybody reported.
Okay,
Now,
so somebody saw something.
A lot of people wanted to do this anonymously.
Okay.
You have that option to
okay.
choose anonymously.
Okay.
So you won't even know who did the reporting.
Okay.
But as you can see here, and I think I was showing you earlier, another one that I had done here, early on, this is at the pavilion.
Would it be under irrigation, I just saw?
I think it was under beach
Okay.
conditions. I don't know. Oh, here we go. But there were items that were fountains that were in disrepair, and they had mold growing in the fountains,
Yikes.
and it was a health hazard.
Oh, so that's the dog's, that's a
No,
dog's
this
one,
was a
right?
human.
That's higher? Okay, it looked like it was low.
No,
Okay.
this is a human.
So the drain broke and there was some mold?
Yep, and they didn't repair the drain, and mold grew in there.
Okay.
And so, if anybody...
I wouldn't want to drink out of that.
No, and so what's the point in having it
Right.
if it's not working?
Right.
And so, let me see if we can get back to, there we go. So that's the thing. It's mainly so you can be a concerned citizen. You can report these things. You can pay your water bill. You can go in and like one thing here, a special.
Look at Tri-Rail too.
Yeah, oh yeah. This
Does
is
it have the Tri-Rail schedule?
absolutely.
No kidding.
Yep. It takes you directly to the Tri-Rail site, so I don't have to go look up the URL for the Tri-Rail site.
Whoa,
and I can do
that's awesome.
I can see the schedule.
I mean, I use that every time I go to Miami Airport or wherever.
Yeah, it's really just fantastic how they've aggregated all of this information. If you wanted to do a special event in town, like we had the Concours d'Elegance here a few months ago.
Yes.
And so you would start here, and you would go to special events, and you would go to the city, and they tell you all the documents that you have to put together, and how much insurance you need,
And the time frames and all of that.
everything you're going to need. So you can just go right here and get it all at one place at one time.
I think this is an important app for like you said, you deal with the visitor center, so it is really good for visitors, but it's fabulous for us, for citizens. So just like, where would they go? My Delray Beach?
My Delray Beach on
the App
any
Store?
one of the app stores.
Okay.
And they have it in every app store for every different venue. And but if you have one of these little cards, and I've been distributing these cards at every social group in town, and so anybody
I know,
that
we're
wants
running from you when we
Yeah,
see
no,
you.
I
We're like,
know, I know,
no,
I
the
know.
My Delray Beach guy. I'm kidding.
Anybody that
We love
wants
it.
me to come, I am hopefully going to be presenting to the Beach Property Owners Association.
Okay.
And, churches, and just anywhere there's 10 or 15 people that are gathering that want somebody to
You're
explain this.
prophesizing.
I am. And
they just, if they get the card, they just have to do the little QR
yeah,
code.
they can do the QR code, or it's
Okay.
just, it's so easy because I've worked with a whole lot of the volunteers for the DDA. They're in their 80s, and most of them aren't really technically
savvy
or proficient.
right.
And so, I just take their phone and download it in 2 seconds and give it back to them and show them how to do it. And once you learn that everything is in this little waffle up here at the top, and you can do all these things, the learning process, this is so
It was
user-friendly.
pretty easy. I
It
mean,
is.
I don't love apps. I don't like having 90 million apps. Like Publix, where you have the app. No, I don't have the app. I just shop here. But this is a lot in there.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's just
you got the
user-friendly.
video of every single city council meeting,
Wow.
in here at your fingertips on YouTube. So it links to many, many things. It will grow. The more people we get to engage, the better the city services will get. the more we will be able to come in here and spend our time improving on this. And hopefully it'll get to a point where the first thing you'll think of is, here's my phone, I'm going to take a picture, I'm going to report anything, or I'm going to...
And we'll make our city a better place.
That's the whole key.
What is, like, this is obviously a line item, a budget. What is this costing us, our city?
The city? You know, I know, and they wouldn't disclose that to me. I did ask the question.
Okay, because I think it's very valuable.
But I can tell you it's minimal because it is provided by a vendor that provides all of the software for the city services. So the IT department licenses this software. It's you know, it's all cloud-based software, and they license the software. And then this was an add-on that they said, oh, by the way, we have this if you think you'd like to have it.
Okay.
This differentiates Delray Beach from almost any other city in Florida, because most of the cities in Florida do not have this technical competency. And if we can get out and get enough people interested in it, get it up to about 10,000 people, we will be the city that everybody looks to that wishes they were like us.
Good, I like it. I like it very much. Okay, Bob, I will absolutely invite you to my Rotary group to speak as well.
Love that.
But I hope that this video gets out to a lot of people and everybody downloads My Delray Beach to enjoy all of those features to keep our city even better.
Right, and a lot of people, I will tell you, the biggest problem, a lot of people hear Delray Beach and they don't get the My. So you have to go find the My Delray Beach app.
Okay, terrific. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for spending your time. And everybody download the app.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm Judy Malika. Thank you for joining Friends of Delray, addressing the relevant issues facing our community. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube, and please sign up for our newsletter at our website, friendsofdelray.us. We believe Delray is at its best when we work together.